Hi Malika, this is Professor Singleton giving you your first video tutorial. Um, this is of course is dealing with the song I've Been Eating for You in your case, and the essay is supposed to be 3 paragraphs long. Plus, I'm going to show you how to put a works cited page together. All right, so let's get started. The first step is to check the formatting protocol. There are 5 formatting protocols. There is the vitals, the header, the font, the size of the text, and of course the works cited page, which I will show you how to do. All right, so the first step, yes, you do have the vital correct. Good job. And then you're moving on to the header. Let's see if you did the header correctly. Jones number 1. You only have 1 page, but of course with the works cited page, you will have 2 pages. And you do. You see how it populates? That is correct. All right, so do you double space? Yes, you do. You double space. All right, so before we continue, I'm going to give you these 2 sources that you need for your works cited page, okay? There it is. Okay, Malik, we're back, Malika. All right, the sources that I was referring to is definitely in the last reminder. I always give the sources to all of my classes, 101, 102, it doesn't matter, because these are still introductory composition courses. So I want you to get familiar with how to put a works cited page together. Okay, so the first step is to find the sources. The sources are right here. For your paper, it's right here. Okay, so there are 3. Oh, choose 2 sources that work for the works cited page. Okay, why are there 3 and if you only need 2? Well, notice that there's a source for each of the songs, because you get to choose between one or two songs. So since you are, let's check to see which one you're doing. You are doing I've Been Eating for You. So you only need to copy and paste two sources. The purpose of the works cited page is to give reference to every document that you use in your paper. Because in academia, if you don't give credit to other authors that you've used, it is a form of plagiarism. All right, and plagiarism is a serious thing in academic circles or academia. And academia basically is just a proper name for colleges, intellectual circles, etc., etc. All right. So now that you have the sources on a page right below the essay, notice it's not a separate document. It's in the same document, but it's at the end of the essay. And if this was a longer paper, it would be at the end of that. Okay, so before we apply the Trinity, and I'll explain what the Trinity is in a minute, let's first give the headline, works cited. Okay, and then you need to center and bold it, bold, and then center. The easiest way to center is just to click the center tab. There you go. Okay, now you have your headline. So now we have to apply the Trinity. Okay, the Trinity, I call it the Trinity because these are the three major things, formatting techniques, that all students must do in order to have a proper works cited page based on MLA format. Okay, so the first step is to make sure it's in alphabetical order. Now, these three rules, you don't have to follow them in order. As long as you apply all of them, you're good to go. All right, so let's see. Alphabetical order, well, you always look at the first letter. The only exception is that if it's a the or a n or an a, these are articles, you do not count those. You go to the next word, but this is not an article, so it's I. I does come before M, so it is in alphabetical order. Good. The next part of the Trinity is indent every line except for the first. Notice that this is indented first. No, you need to indent every line in each source except for the first. So the easiest way to do that is to put the tab right above the line that you want to indent. Notice, just keep tabbing until it goes over a ½ inch. Okay, so now you just indent it. Let's try the other one. There you go. Now, let's say that you, oh, don't want to do that. Let's say that you, that didn't work. Well, then you just put the cursor here and then tab. Okay, that can also work. Now, if neither of them work, to indent the proper way, then the easiest thing to do is simply to cut, and then when you paste it, choose A. Notice it says only text, text only. Okay, let's repeat. Watch. See, A, text only. That gets rid of any formats that when you cut and paste from a source, okay? From another source, from another document, I should say. Okay, so notice this is back to normal, the way it's supposed not to be. So let's try it again. I'm going to try it here. You see, it didn't work that way, putting the cursor in front of the line that you want to indent. So let's try the other way. Indent, you see? And it looks like, and this is usually the right, that particular way, putting the line above the line that you want to indent. I would say 90% of the time that is the way to go. Okay, so you should try that first. And then the other, if that doesn't work, then try the other way. And if that doesn't work, then just do the cut and paste and make sure you text only. You paste it as text only. Okay, so now we've got alphabetical order. We indent every line of each source except for the first. And then the third and final formatting protocol for the works cited page is if you have an online source, you need to check the date of access. So the date of access, when you have a date of access for an online source, usually there are two dates. Okay, there are two dates. Notice that there isn't two dates. This is an online source because of the link. So you know it's an online source. All right, so let's say that you access it today. I'm looking for logic. Okay, I'm not looking for accuracy. I'm looking for logic here. Okay, so let's just say it's due today. All right, so this is when the song was published. So that is not the date of access. And there's supposed to be another date, but there isn't one. And some sources don't give you the date of access because to them it's not important. But for you as a scholar, you should always make sure you have a date of access if you have an online source. And the date of access always goes after the published date, okay? And the date of access should be day first. It's kind of backwards. Today is the 25th. No, the 22nd. So 22nd, space, March, 3-letter for the month. Okay, so if it was October, it would be OCT. September, SEP. All right, space. And then, of course, the year. That's how you know it's the date of access because it's backwards. All right, and there you go. No commas or anything, just space. Okay, there you go. That's your date of access. Now, do we have to do a date of access here? No, because this is not an online source. This is from a book. Okay, and you know it's not from an online source because there is no hyperlink like this. Okay, so now we have a beautiful works cited page and we can move on. All right, moving on. Let's start with, that was the first level of understanding, is dealing with the formatting protocol. The second level of understanding is checking your quotes. Since you only have one body paragraph, you should have one quote in the body paragraph. Now, you are not following the format. It's clear here, all right? And that's where we will begin. I'm going to pause, pull up the outline, and then we will get started.